Mama!
Asshole!
Hey, Octavius, could I ask you a question?
Well, of course you can ask me a question, you balding bastard. I mean, my dear friend Jesse. What's up?
So, I lifted up the toilet seat, right? Because I had to drain good old Nessie. And I couldn't help but notice that the toilet was flooded with the bones and fur of about, give or take, a dozen mice. What the hell happened? It looks like a fucking crime scene in there.
Well, you see, I smoked a pound of grass, and after doing as such, got hella hungry, as one tends to when they're higher than the fucking stars. To make a long story short, I expelled some demons, and then proceeded to take a 26-hour nap.
What in the shitting fuck is wrong with you? Alright, Jesse, so I'm gonna see if you can fill in the blanks, okay? Okay. Just imagine, Jesse. You're in your room with an incredibly attractive woman, right? Things begin to get really hot, sweaty, and not to mention sticky, for obvious reasons. You begin to take each other's clothes off, and what happens next? I would have to assume that she would look down and say, "Is that it?" Put her clothes back on, get in her car, and drive off the first bridge she sees. Fucking hell, Jesse, what mental rabbit hole did you tumble down in order to come up with that conclusion? Because I tend to have that effect on women.
Hey, TikTok, how's it going? My name is Jerry, and... Fedor! Ugh! Get off of me, you horny bucktooth pig! You have to excuse my pet beaver, Theodore. He is hornier than a stag during mating season, let me tell ya. Which reminds me, I should probably get the fucker fixed.
So, Mickey.
Oh, yeah? What's up?
It's almost Christmas. Do you have any idea what you want?
Well, what I want is for you to take your fucking hand out of my ass. You pig.
I look like a pool noodle.
You look like a grandmother cocoon.
Did you know that some babies are born without anuses?
I do now.
How do they bend the wood to thine will?
I don't know, they just find a way.
Is it softwood?
I'm not a chair maker, so
Like it's
I got no
literally
clue.
Curvy wood. How do you curve the wood?
What if you had a giant meatball? It was like the size of your head, and you cut it open, and there's smaller meatballs inside.
That sounds beautiful.
That's how that works.
Hey, Octavius. What's up, homie?
She's like, yeah, I'm a girl, bitch.
She's got beautiful eyelashes.
Sorry, I just want to record you, and then
The
I'll
mouth
leave you
open.
alone. I'm
I like
sorry.
how close your hand is.
You are a very beautiful bird. She's like, I know, darling. Tell me something I don't know. Good girl. Good girl. Ooh. Good girl. You see that shit? I have a cat who fetches, do you? I don't think so.
What are you doing in the bathroom, and why the fuck is it taking you that long to poop?
Well, for starters, I have IBS, also known as irritable bowel syndrome, and in short, it turns your asshole into a geyser. Number 2, pardon the pun. I don't know about you guys, but I personally love to listen to tunes while I'm dropping biodegradable bombs. So yeah. And while you're listening to tunes while dropping mad fire, you tend to lose track of time. Another thing, call me crazy, but it actually feels peaceful. It feels nice to sit on that porcelain throne and just be all by yourself while just... It feels nice, you know? You're by yourself, no one's there to bother you. It's a great feeling. It's even better when your bathroom has an echo.
Tell me that you're extremely wealthy without telling me that you're extremely wealthy.
Not to brag or anything, but I have a dinosaur statue that is $400+ and it's made out of toilet.
What's the rudest thing that anybody has ever just said directly to your face?
So years ago, me, my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother went to visit my uncle, and my uncle had a friend over, and she hasn't seen any of us for years at that point. And after seeing us after all that time has gone by, she looks at my brother and she says, "Oh my, you've gotten handsome." And then she looks at me and says, "Oh wow, Jesse, you've gotten tall." Excuse me? Listen here, you four-eyed sow. And yes, I know that's ironic coming from a four-eyed fuck such as myself. But anyways, back to the matter at hand. I am a very handsome man, and I know this because my mother tells me every day. So yeah, fuck you.
What is the weirdest dream that you've ever had?
I believe the weirdest dream I've ever had involved Vin Diesel. He was actually a supervillain, and he was inside of a factory. He was actually on the second floor of this factory, and the second floor was really high up. And for some reason, he had a baby by the throat and was just lifting it in the air over the ledge of this second floor. Then moments later, he lets go of the baby, where the baby proceeds to fall, obviously, because gravity's a thing. The baby hits a bunch of things on the way down before ultimately hitting the ground. And what came out of the baby was not red blood. It was actually gray blood. So in other words, I'm pretty sure the baby was an android. I don't know what's up with my brain. I am utterly convinced that him and I are two completely different people. It's fucking wild.
What's a celebrity impression that you can do?
Hey, Bonnie, I need you to change my diaper. I just shit myself for the 3rd time today. And FYI, I think it has corn in it this time, so be careful to not get any under your fingernails as you're changing my diaper-wipey.
Tell me you're going to hell without telling me you're going to hell.
So a lifetime ago,
when me and my sister were kids, I decided to take her teddy bear and rub it on my bare ass. Pun intended. Now, the reason why I did this in the first place is because I was a fucking jackass, treated my sister like trash when we were kids. I don't anymore. I made up for it since then. It was covered with booty germs. My mom decides to throw it in the washing machine. And as the teddy bear is being washed in the washing machine, my sister decides to look through the window of the washing machine at her bear. And while doing as such, she cried her eyes out. Pretty sure as punishment when I go to hell, Satan's going to use me as butt wipe. I'm very much not looking forward to that. To my sister, though, I just want to let you know how sore I am for rubbing your teddy bear on my apple-shaped booty. Shit was fucked up.
Be honest with me. What is the real reason why you are not dating right now?
I have a receding hairline that's in the shape of an arrow. I've gotten hella thick as of late. So much so that I not only have an ass in the back, but also an ass in the front. Speaking of my ass, it has its own gravitational pull. I'm shaped like a muffin. I'm broke as a bad joke. I don't have a driver's license, so I can't pick up a woman and drive her to the comfort of my parents' basement. I am shyer than a motherfucker. And the most important reason of all, micropenis. Look at his ear. Hard night of partying, eh? Oh, it looks like it. It's
Say, hey man, leave me alone. I got a hangover like a motherfucker.